Lately, I've been wrestling with this question of how does my creativity help me become more resilient? Resiliency is like this mental toughness, right? Like when I'm struggling with something or being fearful of the future, being anxious about something, like how does my creativity inform that? It's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get up, right? Okay, that's cool. I wrote a few things down about how creativity can also help with that. Again, this question, how does my creativity help me become more resilient? How do I cultivate resiliency as a creative? So one, I think your creativity allows you to show up authentically. So when you're showing up in your unique God-given gifts, you're showing up as your authentic self. And as you cultivate those gifts and grow as a creative, you're unlocking sort of aspects of yourself and being more and more authentic as you express yourself creatively. And so I think that helps in a lot of ways. It helps us to think outside the box, but it helps us to show up as our true selves. It helps us to be who we are. And so when there are aspects of life that are challenging, right? Again, like maybe it's a relationship, you're worried about what someone is thinking about you. You can lean on, well, no, over here in this creative hobby that I have, or over here in this aspect of my life, I can show up authentically. I can show up in my unique God-given gifts. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then the second thing is it gets you feeling and doing and not just thinking and sitting. I know for me, when I have a problem in life, again, I'm worried, I'm feeling anxious, I will sit and think for a long time and I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just spiraling. And that can be helpful. Can be helpful to think through, okay, what do I need to do? How do I solve this problem? But at a certain point, you got to do something about it. And our creativity is kind of pulling from our emotions. It's pulling from these feelings that we have. And so when we are using our creativity, we're doing something and not just sitting and thinking and like, oh, what if I did this creative thing? No, you are just saying, I'm going to do it. And I think that can be helpful in areas where we feel like we need to grow and become more resilient. So this is just something that I was actively thinking through and wrestling with and kind of had this fear of like, wait, does my creativity help me in this area? And I think it does. We just have to be mindful of how we show up as creatives, how we show up in our God-given gifts, and how that can impact other areas of our lives. So hope this helped you today. Stay creative.